Shooting USA is brought to you by SnapSafe and the full line of Trek-Lite lockboxes. Affordable security for home or travel. Get 15% off with code SUSA15 at snapsafe.com.
Traveling east from Provo and Spanish Fork, Utah is Castle Gate and Price Canyon. That heads into Price, Utah and the North Springs Shooting Range. This is the venue for the Hornady NRL Challenge. Travis Ishida is the president of the NRL.
But when we look at the hunting market, there's 15 million hunters in the United States, but there's very few hunters that actually take the time to hone and craft their skill. So what we're trying to do is give them an opportunity and a platform to learn to do that.
And the man tapped to set up that platform on the North Springs Range this weekend is match director Verl Dallin.
Looking at the venue, like, man, this is incredible. So I got talking to Scott, the range master here, and asked him if we could kind of run up through the hills more than's ever been done. And he was open to it. So we kind of took it and went with it.
And the area this match encompasses is vast, with target placements that mimic real Western hunting scenarios.
Hit pass, next target. So closest we're like 190, and then our longest is like 875 on this one. I didn't want to push it out too far. Our average shot's 425. I wanted to kind of keep it that happy medium average hunting shot.
For competitors, getting where they need to go is a self-service proposition. Just like in hunting, hiking is part of this sport.
For sure. So we've got quite a bit of hiking here. When I figured it out, I think from tip to tip's about a mile. You're probably going to be hiking probably 3/4 mile in all, like by the time you go up and down the hills. And so for sure, if you're carrying heavy gear, you're going to feel it. If you're trying to play the game or game it, let's say, more hunting gear is a way to go on this one.
The weight of the gear is what determines the division in the sport, specifically the weight of the rifle.
There are multiple divisions and weight factors. So we have open heavy, which is a custom-built rifle. It has to be less than 16 pounds, and it's 16 flat, not 16.1. Then we have open light, which is a custom rifle. That has to be under 12 pounds. We also have a factory division, and that has to be a factory-approved rifle by the NRL Hunter Series. That also has to be under 12 pounds. Now, when we're talking about weight, what we're including in the weight is the weight of the rifle, the optic, the bipod, and any accessory that is attached to that rifle. So if you're going to use a game plate or something of that nature, that has to be weighed in with it. Everything except for a sling, because we consider a sling a piece of safety equipment when you're hiking through these hills.
Another consideration that makes this more of a true-to-life hunting simulation, the ammunition has a power factor floor. So lightweight, light recoil 6mm calibers and down will not score here.
What makes NRL Hunter unique and different from all the precision rifle sports is this is truly based around realistic hunting scenarios.
Everyone has their ammo checked at the chrono portion of check-in. Also during the check-in is a rimfire side match for those who want to get a feel for the flow of this shooting sport.
Impact.
It's a scaled-down version of the main match, and it's all about getting new competitors comfortable with the format.
Impact.
Every course of fire will have a black stake in the ground. This location shows competitors where to glass for their targets. All targets will be visible from here, oriented in the direction of the 2 white stakes just in front. Ranges and landmarks go onto the data cards. Next, there are shooting position stakes. These are tan, and each must be within arm's reach when a competitor makes a shot. Depending on the specific course of fire, there may be as many as 5 shooting position stakes, and it's all on natural terrain.
You won't see any man-made objects here. It's all field-style hunting, natural terrain. But you wouldn't have to build anything crazy, and I'd say if you looked for it, you could most likely get a prone or maybe a modified high prone.
Working to get into a solid shooting position will help, but the targets are positioned to be findable and hittable. But time is not on your side.
I'm gonna do it on time. 40 seconds. 40? Hey, turn, 40 seconds.
For the individuals, each course of fire's time limit is 4 minutes, and it goes quick.
Oh, fine. Oh, lead just low, man.
Lock and clear.
For the teams, the time limit is 6 minutes, but both competitors have to make their shots in that window of time. The advantage is that both work together to gather target location and distance, and while one member is shooting, the other is spotting. Or, like in the case of John Pinch and Matt Alwine, that teammate's knee can offer a little added stability to the tripod.
Good for stage, pretty close targets, pretty big, so you can kind of see right where your dope's lining up. So I think we're off to start, everything lined up good.
Another competitive team is from the Army Marksmanship Unit. Scott Peterson and Brandon Green have their communication well established. And that is the first piece of the puzzle for success. That and the ability to adjust to changing conditions.
A little bit of figuring it out on the fly, but it'll have to do, right?
It'll have to do.
Biggest deal is adapt and overcome on the clock.
Conditions are pretty consistent right now.
Yeah, it died out a little bit on us on the second shooter. Had a hard left edge and then centered it right back up.
The match is well underway, and for some, it's a new experience. We'll meet a couple of the newcomers as our coverage of the Hornady NRL Hunter Challenge continues.
The .22 Advanced Rifle Cartridge easily outperforms all other .22 caliber cartridges in its class, producing .22 250 performance in an AR-15 platform. The .22 ARC is engineered to take full advantage of the most aerodynamic .22 caliber bullets. This means tighter groups, increased accuracy, and an exceptional shooting experience. .22 Advanced Rifle Cartridge from Hornady.
Another challenge at the Hornady NRL Hunter, elevation, just over 5,600 feet. Well, the title sponsor has tapped one of their team to carry the colors in Utah and find out if his hunting experience is up to the test. Inside the Hornady Manufacturing Company's world headquarters, there is a literal museum of mounts that chronicle successful hunts from around the world.
Because of the business that we're in, hunting and shooting is what we do, people who liked hunting and shooting naturally gravitated to coming to work here, and that builds upon itself. So we've got a whole group of the guys over in the engineering department who all shoot, who all hunt, people throughout the marketing department who have gone hunting. So I think the culture builds upon itself.
For marketing operations coordinator Matt Ritchie, getting the assignment to go compete at the Hornady NRL Hunter event is an exciting change of pace.
I'm always a little nervous. That's probably pressure I put on myself, but more excited just to go out, meet these guys, get a shoot with them, and represent the company. That's what I love the most, is representing the company.
Hunting will look very different out west, but Matt is up for it, and so is his gear.
So my rifle is a Remington 700 Action that's been blueprinted. I got a HS Precision stock, HS Precision bottom metal, Bartlett barrel, and a MDT muzzle brake with a Vortex scope. So running 6.5 284 Norma with 153 A-tips.
And why 6.5 283? Why that choice?
That was the first cartridge I started shooting long range with when I did 600 and 1,000 yard bench rest. And I have all the dies, I have all the brass, powder, everything. So I have a familiarity with that cartridge, and it works well. It's a great hunting cartridge, and it works well for, precision shooting.
Well, that is the combination for success. Now it's time to put it to work.
Time starts now.
The pressure is on, and Matt seems a little hurried. And now onto the glass. Time is ticking, but it looks like Matt has only found one of the two targets.
Is target 2 the same, plain steel target?
First shooting position. Okay, he's skipping the second target and moving to position 2.
Matt, 2 first-round impacts. That's a way to salvage a tough stage, huh?
Yeah, I never found my second target, so to get some points, I found my first one, got a good range on it, skip the second one and just go get some points. That's my goal.
From the Flatlander in Matt Ritchie to a father and son duo who call this area of Utah home. Justin Anderson and his dad, Eric, are shooting together in the staff match.
This is Justin. This is my son, Justin Anderson, and Justin's been shooting with me a lot longer than a lot young kids have because he's got the pleasure of his dad being a gun builder and owned Blue Mountain Precision. I got Justin shooting 22s and all that such when he was the rifle age of 5.
And for 10-year-old Justin, the young gun match of NRL Hunter is exactly what he needs to build skills. This format allows Eric to assist and make sure Justin is successful.
And that's what we're working on with Justin today, is a lot of that, keeping solid behind the gun, watching that bullet impact the ground. He's shooting a 6.5 Creedmoor with Hornady 140 LDM factory ammo, and the dope lines up with the rifle I'm shooting, so that really assists us for windage and other purposes.
In the main match, Justin's role is range officer, alongside his dad.
I like shooting better, it's also really fun to all other people because you get to watch people shoot and learn from them.
Exposure to the main match competitors and their equipment
Having his bag on the rock.
builds his knowledge base.
That is how I shot the stage.
Solid.
And interacting with some of the greats, like my longtime friend Tate Moots, instills the awareness and responsibility that comes with firearms competition.
Wait for when the stage is clear.
Okay, wait for the stage to be clear. Okay, gotcha. You know the one, the only John Skelton? Huh?
Yeah, I'm getting interviewed.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Are you more famous than him?
He's about to be.
All right.
As the match rolls on, we catch up with Matt, and he seems to have found his groove. The challenge of elevation built into these stages is playing its role, but Matt is hanging in there.
Is it what you expected? Is it more than you expected? How would you sum it up?
Humbling. It's what I expected. I mean, I expected, from talking with Burl, getting the match set up and getting him stuff. I knew it would be moderately hard and targets would be good and easy to find, so it's what I expected.
I think all of it tied together just makes you a better shooter all around. So building a position on a tripod or off of a shaky tree branch or laying in an awkward position on the ground is all just helping you to be a better real world hunter. Putting yourself in those difficult situations and making it work just makes you better.
But the hunter is only half of the equation. The gear has to perform as well. Coming next, we'll meet some of the companies involved in NRL Hunter competition.
For the rugged, the style, the untamed, and the wild. For the trades, the trees, the mountains, and the free. Reimagined, re-engineered, reborn.
Shooting USA is brought to you by Armageddon Gear and the Game Changer. It's one thing to hear about a piece of gear, it's something else to put it to use. The NRL Hunter format tests equipment and the competitor alike, and that's why they have so many industry partners. In a shooting sport that is as much a test of skill as it is a test of the gear, it would make sense that the industry is here in support.
Hornady's been huge to us this year. And last year they supported us there too. But coming out and just bringing their name and helping us push things and their support, and then as long as Leopold, they're coming along too. Those are our two big guys coming in, really helping us.
In addition to larger industry support, there are smaller specialty companies, and a key focus is on lightweight rifle technology, like from Pure Precision.
We've been building high-end, lightweight hunting rifles since 2017. The skeleton action, short action stainless steel comes in at 22 ounces. So we'll be selling just the action itself. They are pre-fittable. And this one has a Helix 6 precision barrel. And we also make the stock. The stock comes in at 26 ounces for the stock, and we do the bottom metal. So this could build with optic is about 7.5 pounds. When NRL Hunter came along, it was like, oh, this is a no-brainer. So we actually this is our first year coming on board as a sponsor with them, and it's a perfect fit.
Another key weight savings can come from a custom chassis. XLR Industries is utilizing magnesium.
We make a few different rifle chassis. We have these models, which are made out of magnesium. When we came out with these, we were really focusing on the hunting market and making sure that hunters were able to take advantage of some of the accessories that we were using in PRS matches. So like the integrated Really Right Stuff dovetail, we do a lightweight carbon fiber buttstock. So it was really bringing all the stuff we have in chassis and bringing it over to a lot lighter system. We do have to take a few more precautions whenever we're doing the magnesium because it is pretty flammable. So there's a lot of coolant and it's pretty safe after that. So yeah, and then it's lighter too. So about 33% lighter than aluminum.
Finally, the barrel, and carbon tension is the key. Preferred Barrels is putting the emphasis on lightweight.
With us, our barrels, they're all built in-home. We order the steel, solid bar stock. We do all the drilling, reaming, and button pulling. We just recently started doing honed barrels as well, so we're getting that smoother finish on the inside, more of a kind of an upgrade. You can see the dark carbon in here. That's your standard black carbon fiber. The lighter color you see is actually a nickel-coated black carbon fiber, and what that does, it's got a little harder tensile strength. It also is more heat resistant. It dissipates heat quicker, and it's more rigid. So that's what makes it nice is you have the rigidity of a steel barrel, but it's lightweight for the backcountry hunter who could hike miles and miles with this on his back, but still have the reliability and repeatability of a steel barrel.
And they've built a prize rifle in Hornady's premier hunting caliber 7 PRC, riding in an Element magnesium chassis on a bighorn action with MDT bottom metal and a Trigger Tech diamond trigger. Just sign up for a chance to win. The rifle is important to success, but so is a comfortable hunter. First Light has built their brand on it.
We're realizing as well that technology and getting really wear testing the heck out of it helps your safety as well in the field and helps you hunt a lot better and further. That is our slogan, is go farther, stay longer, because it does help you in the field wearing products like a merino or a very good synthetic down jacket.
It's the same focus for Kuiu. Technology in the material is the difference.
We just build ultra high quality. We use the best fabrics and materials that we can source. You'll see a lot of people wearing our gear, pulling double duty, the same gear that they hunt with. Just like a lot of us are competing with the same rifle that we hunt with, we're competing in the same gear. So you'll see our packs in use, our bino harnesses, our pants, base layers, boots, gaiters, you name it. We're a full stack hunting company and we build it all.
Thanks again for tuning into the Shooting USA YouTube channel. We hope you enjoyed the content. A couple of notes. Make sure you take advantage of SUSA15 at snapsafe.com. That's our discount code that saves you 15% on anything from SnapSafe, and that gets to be some big money when you start talking about modular safes and vault doors. Also, if you haven't done so already, please consider subscribing and turn on notifications so you don't miss any of our new content. As always, a like and a comment helps us with that algorithm.